I'm Agee, Namalita, and this is my channel, The Midnight Librarian. Today I will be doing the Spring Has Sprung book tag. So actually it's called Put a Spring in Your Step book tag, and this is created by Book Break. There are 7 questions here, so I just figured it was something quick and easy, and I haven't done a book tag in a while, so figured this might be fun. I did something similar last year. Can't quite remember what it was called and I think it was a mashup of like a couple different spring book tags, but spring equinox has already passed, but we're still in spring and I'm feeling it, particularly this weekend as we head into this Thursday and Friday were like 70 degrees and sunny, and it was real weird, but real nice, but at the same time like makes me worry about how hot it's going to be in the summer. And now this weekend we have a cold front coming on, and there's like chance of snow and a wind advisory and all this and that. So I thought it would be fun to do a spring book tag. So question 1 is, how do you decorate your bookshelves? Depends on the bookshelves. My bookshelf over here and over here are actually pretty messy right now, but typically I like to decorate with plants, as well as just kind of various knickknacks. Otherwise I like to decorate with my own books or with other items that I enjoy. So for instance, I have a hutch on my desk that I like putting knickknacks, or putting little bits of office supplies, pens, paper clips, or like photos. Question 2 is, recommend a book with beautiful descriptions of nature. For that, I'm gonna go with Gathering Moss by Robin Wall Kimmerer. I know I've talked a lot on here, particularly about Braiding Sweetgrass by Robin Wall Kimmerer. It's one of my favorite books of all time, but this one is another favorite of hers from mine. And basically, it's like if you took a small chapter, I believe that she talked about mosses and braiding sweetgrass, and had her expand on it. So this is more of her basically like narration, narrating bits of her life as well as some of her research, because Robin Wall Kimmerer is a botanist. She's also Potawatomi, which is an indigenous people here in the United States, and I just absolutely loved this. It really made me appreciate mosses more, and ultimately I just like enjoy where mosses grow. There's one scene in particular that really stuck with me where she is in a forest and it starts to rain, so she finds cover under a downed log that has some space under it, and she just listens to the rain and smells the wet mossy earth, and it's fantastic. I absolutely loved it. So question 3 is, show us a book with a beautiful cover. Many books I could choose from for that, but the one I'm currently obsessed with is Rooted by Leanda Lynn Haupt. This is Life at the Crossroads of Science, Nature, and Spirit. I have not read this yet. Basically, it is a beautiful written manifesto for our complex time. Rooted inspires readers to deepen their connection with nature in unexpected ways and to act powerfully on Earth's behalf. But I absolutely love this illustration. It's really fun. Question 4, spring is all about new starts, so it's the perfect time to start a new series. What would you recommend? I personally would recommend, I would say The Themis Files is the most recent series that I have actually finished that I really enjoyed. The series as a whole is 4 stars, but I really enjoyed the first book, which is Sleeping Giants, and this is by Sylvan Newell. Basically, it's following this woman who, when she was a girl, a young girl, ended up falling into a hole and landing on a gigantic hand. Years later, she is a physicist and who ends up getting recruited to lead a team to figure out what this giant hand belongs to, if there's more pieces, how to find those pieces, how to put it together, how it works, where it came from, and ultimately like what it's supposed to do. And really it's a series that is told in like an interview format, as well as like other recordings like radio or TV, and like phone calls and the like. to just kind of like piece all the whole thing together. It's really, I found it really dynamic and really interesting. I wish I was a little more I wish that I could get more connected with the characters, but ultimately I really enjoyed it. So that is definitely one that I would suggest. The other one would definitely have to be the Wayfarer series by Becky Chambers, which I'm sure everyone's pretty much heard about. I have yet to actually finish this. I have one more book to go, but this first one is A Long Way to a Small Angry Planet. And basically we are following Rosemary Harper, who is leaving her home of Mars to join the Wayfarer crew, which is a ship that bores holes into space to make essentially shortcuts through space to travel. And they end up getting commissioned to do this near a planet that doesn't have any of this, so it's like a long journey to get there. And we learn about all the crew on the Wayfarer and all their shenanigans along the way, as well as some of the problems that they run into. And ultimately I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed Becky Chambers' writing. I like The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet a bit more than I do the other one so far, but A Closed and Common Orbit is pretty fun, and I have to say that A Record of a Spaceborne Few is probably my least favorite out of the series so far, but I still need to read The Galaxy and the Ground Within, and I think that's the last one in the series. So, but that, I really enjoy Becky Chambers' writing and how she made me feel about really connecting with all the characters. So yeah, those are two series I would definitely recommend. Question 5, it's almost time to start reading outside. Have you been brave enough yet? I have, actually. Not at home, because it feels like whenever I'm home, it's real windy and real cold, but at work on my lunch time I tend to go out and find a nice grassy place that the sun has been hitting for most of the day, so it's nice and dry, and have been enjoying the sun so far. And of course it's like nice and sunny and hot when I'm at work and stuck inside for most of the day, unless it's my lunch. And when I'm home and have time to go outside and read, it's windy and cold. So seems to be how it's going so far. So, but yes, I have gone outside and read. Question 6, spring cleaning. Which books are you unhauling? I have a bunch of books that I'm trying to unhaul. I'm currently trying to sell them on PangoBooks. I can leave my account down in the description down below if you're interested. But I've heard like Starlah from Starlah Enjoys, Sage from Sage Reads, and Jessie from Bowties and Books all talk about this platform, and I really enjoy it. This is not sponsored by them or anything, but so far I have enjoyed it. And basically you can sell your books. That's kind of like thrifting books online. It's really nice, and basically you can sell your books for whatever price, and once they sell and the person receives them, then you get like credit so that you can then purchase books from the same site. So a couple books I plan on unhauling through that is like When We Were Magic by Sarah Galey, which I believe I finished in February. Ultimately didn't mind Sarah Galey's writing, but this book kind of caught my interest with Sarah Galey's writing, but I don't think I'll ever read this again. So despite I enjoy the color of the cover, but don't necessarily enjoy the illustration. And then I'm also unhauling The Nest by Cynthia, Dupree, Sweeney. Again, I enjoy the cover, but don't feel like it really fits with the story. I ended up finishing this in March, and it was part of my 12 books that will self-destruct in 12 months. And ultimately, like, I liked it better than I thought I would, but I don't necessarily think I'll read it again. And like, it was like nice escape for the time, but that's about it. So yeah, unhauling that as well. And question 7 is, which books are you going to replace them with? I have a couple of pre-orders. Okay, so I have a couple of pre-orders that I'm expecting. So basically, that I'm replacing the books I'm unhauling with. So one of them is High Spirits by Camille Gamera Tavares, and basically this is High Spirits is a collection of 11 interconnected short stories from the Dominican diaspora from debut author Camille Gamera Tavares. It is a book centered on one extended family, the Belens, across the across multiple generations. It is set in the fictional small town of Hidalgo and Santo Domingo and Patterson and San Juan and Washington Heights too. It is told in a style both utterly real and distinctly magical, and its stories explore machismo, mental health, family, and identity. But most of all, High Spirits represents the first book from Camille Gomera Tavares, who takes her place as one of the most extraordinary new voices to emerge in years. So I'm really excited about this. It came out April 5th from Lorene Corrido, who is a publisher that I wholeheartedly enjoy. And it's the cover is absolutely stunning, so, which I am coming to expect from Lorene Corrido at this point. With the other one is The Last Mapmaker by Christina Soontorbet. This is a fantasy adventure every bit as compelling and confident in its world building as her Newbery Honor book, A Wish in the Dark, which I have not read. This explores a young woman's struggle to unburden herself of the past and chart her own destiny in a world of secrets. As assistant to Mancon's most celebrated mapmaker, 12-year-old Sai plays the part of a well-bred young lady with a glittering future. In reality, her father is a conman, and in a kingdom where the status of one's ancestors dictates their social position, the truth could ruin her. Sai seizes the chance to join an expedition to chart the southern seas, but she isn't the only one aboard with secrets. When Sai learns that the ship might be heading for the fabled Sunderlands, a land of dragons, dangers, and riches beyond imagining, she must weigh the cost of her dreams. So this is a middle grade book, and it's been the first one that I've been really just fascinated by for a bit. And this one is actually due to come out April 12th. And that is it for the Put a Spring in Your Step book tag. I will leave the original content creator down in the description down below, as well as their original book tag video. If you've made it this far, my question to you is, what's a book that's coming out in spring that you're really excited for? Otherwise, I hope that you are in the mental mindset to enjoy your reading, and I will see you in a video very soon. Chew.